Hey again, hey Dawn, this is another video for you. So you wanted me to show you how I did the card bases that I was working on yesterday. So I thought this would be the easiest way. I was teasing you if you had come to the Zoom, you'd have seen them. But these are all the ones I did yesterday. My wonderful pal Matt and Kylie were the ones who were showing me how to do it. Now, they do them a little differently than I did. I think they actually did more layers, but you know, it's how you do them until you get them the way you want. So I'm going to show you there's two different ways. This is with using the blending tools and blending, and this way is just sort of splotching them on the mat. So I'm going to show you both. I am nowhere near as good at I'm not even anywhere near the league of Tim Holt doing this, so you really should watch Tim Holt do this, but I will show you what I did. So okay, we'll do the splashy one first. So, alright, I just picked a couple colors, and I'm going to use the same colors on both so you can kind of see what the different look is. So, sorry about the light on my hair. Okay, so this is a glass mat, and this is just craft sheet, so you can use any craft sheet. You just need something kind of slick. So you take your pad, and you just push it down. Now, you can put more than one color at a time, but I found I liked it better when I did just one at a time. So you just put down your color, and then you put a little bit of water, not a lot, and then you just moosh it. Love my words, right? You just moosh it down on the water where it splashes until you get a color you like. I usually wipe that off in between. Now, sorry for the noise, but I gotta find my... Sorry. You do have, if you're going to add layers, no matter which one you do, you have to dry it in between. Because if you don't dry it in between, you'll have mud. So that's all dry. Then you take the next color, and like I said, you can put more than one color down at a time, and then it just blends it differently. You don't want a lot of water, because if you put too much water, like I did on the first couple, you tend to get very muted colors that way. So the less water you get, the more the colors will be brighter. Okay, so see, that's the next step there. Sorry for the glare I've got on my camera. Sorry, you can't see me drawing this because my plug-in's too far away. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use the same two colors on the other one, but you can actually even add in other colors. So like I said, I'm going to do a blue on here, just to add a little bit to it. And you just put it wherever you want. I mean, you could drag it through if you want, but I kind of like the look of the, yeah, see, I mean, you could drag it through and you get a bit of a different look that way. Alright, so then that's how the splash one worked. And for me, what I did afterwards, and I'm probably going to do that with this, is I just went along afterwards and inked my edges so that it had a bit of an edge. You don't have to do that. I just, because this is going to be a card base, I just kind of wanted to to do that. But I mean, you can do it with that one. You can do it with any other colors you want. Or you can do it this way to add some color. So that's how I did the first one. Okay, so that's how I did the one that looks more blotchy, I guess is for the lack of a better word. Then, with the other one, what I did is I used my blending tool. And it's the same thing. You can do as many layers as you like, but I just, for the ease of this one, I'm just going to do the two colors. The really nice thing about the alcohol inks, or and you can do this, I'm using the Distress Oxides for this, but you can actually do the exact same technique with your regular Distress as well, because as with all Distress, they react to the water, right? Which is how you get the look you want. So, there's the other one. I just picked colors that I liked, and I mean, I did some with, like this, I'm just going to do the two colors and gradiate from one to the next, but I did 3 on a couple of them, and I just picked colors that went together. The first one with the splotches is how I did the background on that shaker card that I showed you guys that had the rivets, or the eyelets in it. So I just blended my colors until I got the look that I wanted. Because it's alcohol inks, you can go back and forth, add more. I tended to have to go around the edges a couple times because my fingers ended up kind of leaving fingerprints. Alright, so not to leave fingerprints. Okay, so now that this is the way that I want it, now that I've got the color that I want, right, so I mean that looks nice the way it is, but then what you do is you spritz it. So for some of them I spritzed it and let it drip. I mean, it's however you want to do it. So, and of course the more water you do, the more color will come off. You can just let it dry naturally if you want, but I was blotting it off because I was impatient and I didn't want to wait. And I used this cloth, this is my Tim Holtz cloth that I got, because it doesn't have a pattern in it. You could use, I mean, if you wanted to, you could use your paper towel, but of course, and I found with a paper towel, you get the pattern of the paper towel in it. So there, that's how it looks. So, hope that makes sense, Dawn, and hope you can get it to work. And anybody else who wants to try.